The power of silence after disrespect. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. One of the greatest challenges in life is mastering the art of silence, particularly in moments of disrespect. It's a deeply human impulse to react, to defend our pride, assert our dignity, or make it known that a line has been crossed. But often, the true test of strength lies not in how loudly we speak, but in how steadfastly we can remain silent. Strength is not about dominating a confrontation or asserting authority through volume. It is about control over ourselves, our emotions, and our reactions. When someone disrespects you, their intent is often to provoke you. Their words or actions are a calculated attempt to bring you down to their level, seeking to ignite anger, frustration, or even rage. In giving in to this provocation, you hand over control, allowing their negativity to dictate your behavior. However, when you choose silence, when you refuse to meet their disrespect with a reactive outburst, you hold on to your power. This act of restraint, though often misunderstood as weakness, requires immense inner strength and maturity. The hidden power of restraint, in a society that often equates loudness with strength, the virtue of restraint is undervalued. To stay composed in the face of provocation is not just an act of self-discipline, it is a reflection of wisdom and foresight. Restraint allows you to rise above the chaos, demonstrating that your self-worth is not contingent on someone else's words or actions. It's the ability to pause, reflect, and choose an intentional response, or none at all, over an impulsive reaction. In moments of disrespect, it's natural for our ego to demand immediate validation. The urge to fight back stems from a primal desire to defend our identity and assert our value. Yet, in succumbing to this urge, we often lose sight of the bigger picture. By reacting impulsively, we risk saying things we don't mean, escalating the conflict, or reinforcing the power dynamic initiated by the one who disrespected us. Silence, on the other hand, disrupts this cycle, reclaiming control through silence. When you remain quiet after being disrespected, you shift the balance of power. The person provoking you expects a reaction. They thrive on your anger, your frustration, or your attempts to defend yourself. By denying them this satisfaction, you regain control of the interaction. Your silence sends an unspoken message: I am not easily shaken. My worth is not defined by your behavior. This quiet confidence often disarms the other person, leaving them uncertain and even frustrated by their inability to manipulate your emotions. This doesn't mean that you ignore the disrespect entirely. Instead, you choose a more deliberate path, one that prioritizes your peace of mind and values. Silence is not passivity, it is an active decision to rise above the noise, to hold space for yourself without allowing someone else's negativity to invade it. The practice of self-control. Cultivating this level of self-control is no small feat. Our instinctive reactions to disrespect are deeply ingrained, often surfacing before we even have time to process the situation. But with practice, we can develop the habit of pausing. This pause, a moment to breathe, reflect, and assess, becomes a powerful tool. Self-control begins with emotional awareness. It's about recognizing the physical and mental signs of anger, hurt, or frustration and using that awareness to guide your actions. The ability to step back and view a situation objectively is a hallmark of emotional intelligence. It allows you to see beyond the immediate offense and understand the motivations or insecurities that may be driving the other person's behavior. Over time, this practice builds emotional resilience. Situations that once triggered you will lose their power, and you'll find yourself more centered, more composed, and less reactive. The long-term benefits of restraint, constantly reacting to negativity, is exhausting. It drains your energy and places your emotional equilibrium in the hands of others. When you practice restraint, however, you reclaim that energy. You become the master of your emotional state, no longer allowing external circumstances to dictate how you feel. In professional and personal settings, this self-discipline earns respect. People admire those who can remain calm under pressure, who refuse to be provoked or manipulated. Leaders, in particular, are often distinguished by their ability to navigate conflict with poise and composure. Restraint also fosters deeper self-respect. When you choose not to engage in petty disputes, you reaffirm your own dignity. You demonstrate to yourself and others that your worth is not up for debate, that it exists independently of anyone else's opinions or actions. The wisdom in choosing your battles. Not every slight deserves your attention. Learning to choose your battles is an essential skill for maintaining peace and preserving your energy. When someone disrespects you, take a moment to ask yourself, is this worth my time? Will engaging in this conflict serve my greater goals, or will it only distract me? Many instances of disrespect stem from the other person's internal struggles, their insecurities, frustrations, or unresolved pain. Recognizing this can help you detach from the situation emotionally. It's not about excusing their behavior, but understanding that it's a reflection of them, not you. By choosing your battles wisely, you save your energy for what truly matters: your growth, your goals, and your well-being. The role of self-respect in navigating disrespect. At the heart of staying silent after disrespect is a profound sense of self-respect. When you respect yourself, you understand that your value is not diminished by someone else's actions. Your identity and dignity come from within, not from external validation. Self-respect also means knowing when to walk away. Silence in the face of disrespect is not an act of submission, but one of self-preservation. It's a declaration that you value your peace of mind too much to engage in negativity. By refusing to stoop to their level, you maintain your integrity and uphold your boundaries. Silence as a strategic response. There are times when silence speaks louder than words. It communicates strength, maturity, and confidence in a way that words often cannot. It's a way of saying, I know who I am, and I refuse to be defined by your behavior. However, silence does not mean passivity. It means choosing your response thoughtfully. Sometimes, addressing the disrespect in a calm and composed manner is necessary, but this should always be done on your terms, not as an impulsive reaction to provocation. Final thoughts: the quiet strength of restraint. Staying quiet after being disrespected is not easy, but it is one of the most powerful ways to assert your strength and maintain your peace. It requires self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a deep respect for yourself and your values. In choosing silence, you choose yourself. You prioritize your well-being over fleeting confrontations, your dignity over the chaos of conflict. And in doing so, you embody a strength that is both rare and admirable, a strength that speaks not through words but through the quiet confidence of knowing your worth. The long-term growth from embracing silence, the ability to remain silent in the face of disrespect, is not merely an isolated skill, it is a cornerstone of personal growth. Over time, this practice becomes part of your emotional toolkit, refining your ability to navigate the complexities of relationships, career, and self-awareness. It's a form of emotional hygiene that strengthens you from within, helping you build resilience and wisdom that no external force can easily shake, building a life of inner peace in a world that often feels chaotic, where people are quick to judge and slow to listen. The ability to stay silent offers an oasis of calm. It offers you the space to process, reflect, and understand before responding, fostering an inner peace that is not contingent on the external world. This peace becomes a sanctuary, a place where no disrespect can disrupt your mental balance. Living with inner peace does not mean avoiding all conflicts. It means approaching them with clarity and purpose. Silence becomes an instrument of peace, allowing you to respond with intention rather than react impulsively. You learn to select which battles are worth fighting and which ones are better left untouched, ultimately finding that the quieter you are, the more at peace you become with yourself. The emotional cost of reacting. Every emotional outburst comes at a cost, even if we don't always see it in the moment. The aftermath of reacting to disrespect, whether through anger, frustration, or verbal retaliation, often leaves us feeling drained, regretful, or disconnected. In the heat of the moment, emotions can cloud our judgment, leading us to say things we don't mean or escalating situations that could have been avoided. Silence, however, protects you from this emotional toll. By choosing to respond thoughtfully, or not at all, you shield yourself from unnecessary emotional baggage. You conserve your energy, preventing yourself from becoming entangled in negativity that only serves to drain you. Instead, you retain control over your emotional state, choosing to engage only when it truly serves your well-being. Silence, a tool for deep reflection. When you remain silent in the face of disrespect, you give yourself the gift of reflection. In these moments of quiet, you have the chance to evaluate the situation with a clear mind. You can ask yourself why this particular disrespect stings so much. Is it because it resonates with a personal insecurity, or is it merely a reflection of the other person's issues? This introspection allows you to gain valuable insights about yourself, strengthening your emotional intelligence and your understanding of what truly matters to you. This reflection doesn't just help you understand the specific situation at hand, but it also broadens your capacity for empathy. It helps you understand that disrespect often stems from the inner turmoil or unhealed wounds of others. Recognizing this allows you to separate their actions from your own self-worth and avoid internalizing their negativity. Silence as a path to authenticity. One of the most powerful outcomes of choosing silence in the face of disrespect is the way it helps you stay authentic to your true self. When we react impulsively to disrespect, we often allow the situation to define us, molding our responses to fit what others expect or provoke. But by choosing silence, we assert that our identity is not for anyone else to dictate. We remain grounded in our own values and principles. Rather than being swayed by the whims of others, authenticity comes from knowing who you are and standing firm in your own beliefs, regardless of external pressures. Silence serves as a reminder that your dignity is self-defined, and that you do not need to prove yourself to anyone who seeks to undermine you. By remaining true to your inner self, you walk through the world with a quiet confidence that cannot easily be shaken. The ripple effect, inspiring others with your composure. Your ability to remain silent in the face of disrespect doesn't just benefit you, it has a ripple effect on those around you. People notice when someone responds to provocation with grace and composure. In a world that is often quick to react and slow to listen, your calmness can be a beacon of wisdom and strength. When you demonstrate the power of restraint, you inspire others to cultivate the same quality. Your actions show that silence is not synonymous with weakness, but a powerful tool for maintaining inner peace and emotional balance. Your ability to stay composed can encourage those around you to rethink their own responses to conflict, fostering a culture of emotional intelligence and thoughtful communication. The true strength of silence, as we've explored, silence in the face of disrespect is not merely the absence of words, it is a deliberate, powerful response to the challenges that life throws our way. It requires an unwavering commitment to self-respect, emotional discipline, and wisdom. It is a testament to the strength that lies in choosing peace over conflict, and authenticity over the need for validation. The true strength of silence lies not in avoiding confrontation, but in knowing when to speak and when to remain quiet. It lies in the ability to protect your emotional well-being while allowing the moment to pass without losing your sense of self. And most importantly, it lies in the quiet confidence that you do not need to prove your worth to anyone, not through words, nor through actions, but simply through the way you live and interact with the world. Final reflection. Your power in silence. In a world that often demands answers, opinions, and reactions at every turn, silence is a revolutionary act. It is a choice that speaks louder than words, a decision that reflects your maturity and inner strength. The more you practice silence in the face of disrespect, the more you realize that your worth is not contingent on external validation. It is something intrinsic, unshakable, and constant. By embracing the power of silence, you embrace the power of yourself, your ability to stay grounded, to choose your responses, and to remain authentic in the face of external noise. And in doing so, you unlock a level of peace and strength that transcends the immediate situation, allowing you to navigate life with greater clarity, confidence, and grace.